What up, survivors? Welcome to D180, the horror movie podcast, taking you on a ride. Thanks for calling us. I'm AJ.
I'm Janae.
I'm sorry. You reached a voicemail that's unavailable. Please leave a message. Beep. I'm Brittany. Oh, no, shit. No, Maslow, no. No.
Maslow said, girl. So moving on with our theme for May. So call me maybe. Every movie this month includes a phone call. So this episode, we're going to be talking about one missed call. But first, since we didn't get to do it last episode, let's talk about what makes phones in general just so creepy and horror. So I feel like for a minute, I can't really say how long because I don't know what was like the first movie to have a phone ring or a phone call, whatever. But the generation that we were born in, we're baby millennials, as we always talk about. And one of the main ones a lot of people will bring up is Scream. We're covering that later on this month, but that's one of the most popular horror phone call scenes that a lot of people bring up.
So there's the one that's based on the urban legend that everybody knows. You know, the one where you get a phone call and somebody's like, check the children. And you like, ain't no children in this house, bitch. But eventually you go check the children and then they keep calling you. And then you're like, oh my God, let me call 911. And guess what? The killer's in the fucking house. That's where, what is it? When a stranger calls.
Just okay, because here's the thing. Let's talk about it. Don't call me. Do not call me. You would think when we were younger, we spent so much time on our phones. Like we would talk on our phone for hours and hours and hours. Text, well, I still kind of text. We still do that. But that's the point. When someone calls you, you get so much anxiety because it's like, why are you calling me? Why can't you just tell me this message in a text or something like that? So just think you are by yourself babysitting someone else's children. So these are not your kids. It's a bigger responsibility because they're someone else's. And someone calls you like that. What do? You're going to instantly fucking panic.
Not me, because people call me all the time. I don't have those issues. Like, I love talking on the phone.
I swear, I'm the person that you just got to tell to leave you the fuck alone because I am not a text. Johnny, I was going to call you earlier today, actually. I am not a text you person.
And I would have answered, and I would have been like, hey, girl, what's
up? I will call you in a heartbeat. What I could say through text, you are right. I can text you. Am I? No. I will call the fuck out of you, and if you're listening to this, a saver, talking to you. And you gonna have to hit me with the I'm gonna call you back because it's something I could say through text. I'm sorry, Shauna, I'm talking about you too, but I'm not. I need to talk. But that's the thing that makes phone calls so scary and horror. It's the fact you don't know who the fuck it is. Even now, you still don't know who the fuck calling your phone because they can clone your number in a heartbeat. And you be like, oh, that's such and such calling me, and answer the phone and motherfucker talking about your car warranty. You just don't know who's on the other end of it.
I have my text get cloned. Have you ever get text from yourself and you're like, I didn't send this shit?
But see, that's even scary. Getting a phone call from yourself and you just like, and I know phones do that now.
So well, no, I've never gotten a phone call from myself. I've gotten a text from myself where it's like, because I'll text myself. If I don't want to forget something, I'll like text the link to myself or like I'll text the picture to myself or something like that so I won't forget. But then like maybe a few weeks ago, my number popped up and it was like a spam message with some weird ass link. And I'm like, I didn't text this to myself. What the fuck?
I'm not admitting to a crime or anything. Let's just go ahead and throw that out here. But I know somebody, because I get to change that shit. I know somebody who has cloned somebody's number to send them messages. I have seen it happen. You can literally just go on the internet and pay like $2.99. Yes, you got to pay for it. But you pay a little extra, you can pick whatever fucking number you want. And then when you're done, burn that bitch up and get a new one. The internet is a scary place.
I've had a false number before, but it's just the whole thing is even today is crazier. Like I said, don't call me. Do not call me. Half the time when y'all call me, y'all gonna let it's gonna ring for a little bit. If I do answer it, you can hear on my voice that I'm just like.
And that's why she almost missed Ken Sago's talking to her because she didn't answer the phone.
Well, at that point, when you called me, I'm pretty sure, I think that was a Sunday. I had to come up out the room. She was listening to church. in the virtuals. I will not answer. Like,
Now, I don't like it when people
group
call
chat.
me in the middle of the workday because my meeting schedule would just be like boom, 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 boom. So it's like, y'all know I'm working.
It's just like,
Why you
you know
calling
how
me?
you need an invitation to FaceTime, you need an invitation to call. Just said, like, let me know you're gonna call so I can anticipate that you're gonna call. And I'm like, okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. That's all I need. Cause I don't need all that. Me thinking about how I'm gonna carry this conversation and all of that. I just don't want all that. But back to what makes them so scary, besides me just being terrified that I have to hold a conversation with somebody. A few movies to note that I think do phone calls so well. This one is a random one, but A Nightmare on Elm Street, the Freddy phone with his tongue coming out. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. No, you don't have to do that. That's terrible. Or I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you remember 1408 when he's sitting in a hotel room and he picks up the phone call and it's like, doom, doom, doom. Something basically is telling him like, bitch, you can't check out the hotel room, but we can do an express checkout. We just kill you right fucking now. What you want to do?
I don't recall that movie.
No, absolutely no. You need to watch it. I think what kind of changes this up a little bit is just like we just mentioned a few seconds ago, changes in technology. Brittany, you mentioned earlier how you literally were able to access a fake number and just raise hell. But I think
No, I said it wasn't me. I said it was a friend. I said it was a friend.
You don't know what that means.
Gosh.
I don't care that y'all are looking like that. There is no proof that I said it was me. I said it was a friend because I got to change it.
What if it's just a regular day, you chilling, you get a phone call, and it's from your phone number. You're just like, okay, but first things first, the ringtone ain't even a ringtone. You know what the iPhone ring like. Like, we all got iPhones here. You still pick it up. And you hear yourself on the other side. And then a few minutes later, you just listen to it. You're just like, okay, this sounds like me, but what the hell? And then you just hear screaming chaos, and then that's it. How do you feel about that?
Well, for one, my phone is never on sound. So if it makes a noise, I think something's wrong with my phone. Because it's always on vibrate. If I see my own number calling me, I probably wouldn't answer the phone. So there's that.
I'd be like, which phone calling me? Is it phone number 1 or 2? Secondly, if phone number 2 is not dead, because that bitch stay dead, how the fuck did you magically get a charge and you're ringing? 3, my phone's never on ring, just like Johnny.
I would be
this
confused.
Bitch is always on silent.
I don't think this entity cares about none of
buzzing.
that. We have seen it.
I get it. I'd be scared though. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You ringing and I'm calling me? Oh, voice. Secondly, the other phone ain't got no damn voicemail. I'm sorry that I talked about one of my friends who said they were a little toxic, because I too don't have a voicemail on one of my lines. So I don't know how the fuck you getting through to me, because if you do get through to me, I'm not gonna get the message. I'm gonna have to die not knowing it was coming, which is the way I'm supposed to go anyways. So I'm okay with this.
If you guys haven't picked it up already, today we are talking about 2003's One Missed Call. This definitely came right off the heels of The Ring, so much so that a lot of people have just written this one off as just a straight ripoff of The Ring, which, I mean, there are some similarities when you think about it, but we don't have to talk about those things right now.
Park recommendations.
For this week, instantly, when I watched this movie, I instantly just thought of one that we were gonna cover, but we decided it would fit somewhere else, and that is Countdown. Let me get a date on that real quick because I didn't write it. I want to say it's 2019. So this movie, basically, you know how in the movie we're talking about today, yes, that is 2019. The movie we're talking about today, you hear how you're gonna die. In this movie, Countdown, it basically tells you when you're gonna die. So you download the app and you can download this app, but I'm not saying to believe it. I'm just letting you know you can download the app. You download the app, tells you how long you got, and let that be on you. I wouldn't even want to know, but check that one out.
So, for my park recommendation, I didn't know where I was going to go with this, but because it's, fucked up ass siblings, I'm going with Sinister 2, which I think was 2008. You should watch this movie.
Survivors, if you have any park recommendations that fit today's ride, let us know on our Twitter or down in the DMs. So I know I just spoke a few minutes ago about the vibes I was getting when I watched this movie, but I first saw this one. It was a couple years ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it wasn't too recent. I think I was just on some other shit. And Tubi was there, and I was like, okay, well, let's just take this ride.
This was my first watch. Johnny made a boo-boo because she thought that we was watching the one with Megan Good. So, but I did watch it. But this is my first watch. I have never seen this one. I forgot it was actually a remake. So, there's that. Well, the original and not the remake.
Y'all, I have a confession. This was my first time. Nope.
Oh.
This was my first time seeing it.
Twinsies.
So I watched it and I was like, damn, beat for beat. I was like, oh, I remember you. I remember you too. I remember that this shit happened. Because of the remake. I know this is the original. It's just like, damn. They even got it down to the little candy. When that motherfucker went, I can't make the sound it makes when it rolls out of somebody's mouth. But imagine that noise and it rolling. Remember that too.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like it's a movie that people are seeking. So, I mean, if you hadn't seen it, it's not like people are like, oh my God, you haven't seen.
Like when I say I haven't seen something 9 times out of 10.
You be coming out the woodwork with it. You acting like half the stuff you be saying be like normal. It'd be like a damn, like.
All right, y'all. So you're ready to talk about who did this movie? I am. So let's go ahead. So it was directed by Takashi Miike. You'll know him from 1999's Audition and 2003's Gonzu. And it was written by, so let's go ahead. First, if you want to talk about the novel, it's Yasui Akimoto. And then the screenplay was written by Minoko Dairia. It was produced by Yoichi, can't say the last name, not going to butcher it. And then the cinematography was by Hideo Yamamoto. So they had a budget of, god damn, this was a lot of money. $1.7 million.
That still ain't the Ring money.
Dun dun dun. No, it wasn't, but they had some goddamn money. And then the production company, okay, so if y'all watch anime, you should know them. It's Katakoa Dai Studio. You'll kind of know them. These are newer ones from Your Name, Overlord, and Saga of Tanya the Evil. Just to give y'all a little background. So there's a documentary, The Making of One Missed Call.
I was looking for it too, and I couldn't find it. I think it's just on the era release. I'm like, one of y'all could have put that on YouTube for us.
But I was hunting it down, but I could not find it. So I really don't have it. But I can tell y'all that there is a documentary called The Making of One Missed Call, 2003. Y'all, so who's in this movie? I'm gonna butcher the hell out of everybody's name, and I'm gonna feel really bad about it. But Yumi Nakamura was done by can't say the last name. Shinichi Tsutsumi was Hiroshi Yashahida. That sounds like fajita. Survivors, there's a lot of foreign names in this movie, and I just really don't want to do them dirty by pronouncing their names wrong. Because I just called this other guy Fajita. There's a lot. But those are the main 2 actors. I got y'all. I'm here for y'all. I'm not. I failed y'all. I'm sorry. Let's head over to the Q1.
I mean, we're not trying to butcher no names. People being stingy with the background info, that's fine. We ain't got shit else to talk about, so yeah.
Step in line. Your number is near. Follow the signs. Your time is here.
All right, y'all. So today we have... I have to burp. Hold on. I got it out, y'all. All right. So for today, we know which early 2000s phone you are based on your wardrobe preferences. I don't really think they're going to get that shit right, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So we are about to choose a store. So y'all want to shop at H&M, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters, The Gap, Anthropologie, or Target. You know what? To make it fun, let's do your early 2000 shopping habits. Let's not do current you.
Okay, then Forever 21.
Yeah, I think it would be Forever 21.
Yeah, that's the only store that looks like it stood out to me from my early 2000s. I ain't have the money for The Gap. And I don't think I could fit the shit in Anthropologie. All right, y'all. So let's choose a work outfit. We have a blazer with pockets. Nice little pantsuit. I don't know what the fuck this looks like. It's like somebody's going to work, but it's like a construction job. But he's the one in charge of the construction job, so he just got on jeans and t-shirt, but that's it. We got maybe a nice A-line dress with a little red belt. We got some Aloha print pants and a nice little flowy t-shirt. We got a suit. And we got a powder blue ensemble. That looks very quaint.
I wasn't working in my early 2000s, so I'm gonna go with what I would wear, and that's that black dress.
Yeah, I was definitely a kid, so I was not working. But the closest thing that looks like what I would have been wearing is the last photo, the baby blue top with the white skirt.
Well, I'm just gonna pick what I wear to work. Cause there was 2000, I wasn't working. I was at Fred's. Oh shit, I was at Fred's. All right, so if I'm picking that wasn't early. That was like mid. Give me the outfit that looks like I'm the foreman. The jeans and a t-shirt. That works for me. Okay, so choose a date night look. I don't think I was dating that early. I was in the early 2000s. My mom was not letting me out the fucking house. So we got this nice little top. It's a coral pink. Might be not coral. I might be making up colors right now. But it has like this choker and then a nice little piece of hardware that holds it. Then it's like got your shoulders out. Nice little cold shoulder look. We have an ensemble that looks just like a work outfit we just saw. Except now his hand is in his pocket. It's the only thing that changed, really. We have a nice little black mini skirt with a white top. We got a flamingo shirt. You know, that shit was big. Then we have the basic white tee outfit and a black dress with cap sleeves.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
I'm going with the white top and the little skirt. It just looks like me. Ooh, this one seems fun. Choose something to sleep in. So we got a matching set. These are all words, so I don't have to describe anything. Sexy nightie. Just the top. Just bottoms. Something else or nothing. Are you sleeping in the nude?
As a child, I wore matching set. I live alone, so now I sleep in the nude.
I am a matching set girl.
See,
Sometimes
I guess I'd fall into just a top because I had a lot of nightgowns. I also had matching sets, but I really liked the oversized shirt look, the one that just kind of went all the way down. You could wear with some slippers. Great for me. So just a top.
I'm gonna go with just the top because that makes the most sense. Okay.
All right, y'all. Wouldn't be the 2000s if you didn't accessorize. So choose an accessory. This is some type of flower bracelet or headband. Take your pick, whichever one you want it to be. You have a hat. Y'all, what is that sign? Is it the rocking?
Like the little rock out sign.
Okay, yeah. It's the rock out sign. I was halfway there because all I said was rocking. We got a little necklace with some beads. We got a watch. It ain't a G-Shock, so I don't think it counts, but you know, we gotta count it. We got some aviators with some nice little reflective look, and we have a quilted backpack. Choose your weapon.
I'm gonna just go with the bracelet.
It's between the glasses and the backpack.
I'm picking the backpack because I had a lot of shit to carry because I was in the van and I needed it.
Backpack. I was in the band too. I'm gonna go glasses.
All right, y'all, choose some shoes. We got Converse. That makes me nostalgic because I never had any. Really wanted some though. I know I told y'all this story, Survivor. We got some heels. We got some Adidas slides. Got some pumps. Some little cloth-like shoes. I don't know, but they're dress shoes. Don't know the name of them. And we got some booties with buckles.
I think I mentioned this before, but I love me a pair of dirty Chucks, and I'm gonna go with the Chucks.
Yeah,
I envy you.
Wouldn't really wear any of these. I will wear the slides, but like, oh, this is early 2000. Oh, okay, you know, yeah. Let me see them slides because I was in dance class, so I was always kicking my shoes off.
Well, I wish I could pick the Chucks because I really wanted some. And the kid Brittany wants to say pick the Chucks, but we can't because we didn't do this shit. So y'all, I'm gonna have to do the little booties. There was no buckles on mine, but there were booties, and I love them. I love them all. Oh shit, y'all! How was your closet organized? By color, by item, by season, by occasion, by what you wear the most, or my favorite, the one I'm gonna pick. LOL. My closet's a mess because goddamn it ain't organized by shit. You get in where you fit in on this goddamn hanger. If you don't fit there, just like shove your ass in there and hope for the best.
Mine is organized by item. Yeah, so all my shirts are together, all the pants are together, all the dresses, all the sweaters are together. Then it's like things that are too long because the way my closet is set up, it has like short, it's like a short hanging space from top and the bottom. So on the other side, it's a longer hanging space. So I put anything that's too long to put on the shorter hanging side. It's like dresses and long sweaters and shit. But yeah, mostly everything is organized by item. It's organized by item and color. I know.
At that time, I think it was by color, but it turned into by what I wore the most. So I think I'm gonna just go with that one.
So, what'd y'all get?
I got a razor, and it says, first released in late 2005, this old school cell is sleek and stylish just like you. However, I never had a razor. I had a chocolate phone. You know, the Verizon chocolate joints that played the music. Yeah, I had one of them. It was green.
So I too got the Motorola Razor. Do-do-do-do-do. Hello, Moto. And I did have a Motorola Razor. It was red and I loved it a lot. I also had the chocolate phone. I also had the purple phone that looked like it was embroidered and almost looked like a compact mirror. I also had a phone that was green. I had a lot of phones in the 2000s.
I got the BlackBerry Pearl. If it's one thing you and the Pearl have in common, you're both trendy as hell. Of course, this phone hasn't been trendy or popular in 10 years, but that doesn't mean you aren't. We bet you rock the newest trends better than anybody. And period. So survivors, you can let us know what your results were on our Twitter or down in the DMs. And you can get your seatbelts ready because when we come back, we are going to be getting into 2003's One Miss Call.
何これこれ私の携帯番号なんだけど
やっぱり殺されたんだよ
殺されたってどういうこと
殺した子の携帯のメモリーの中から次の犠牲者選んで次々と殺し続けていくって
世の中の全ての出来事にはからくりがある。説明ができない事件なんてないんだよ。どうなっちゃってんだ。
どうして。携帯を通じてきちゃうんだって。携帯を通じてきちゃうんだって。携帯を通じてきちゃうんだって。携帯を通じてきちゃうんだって。
止まれ止まれ。
着信あり。
I mean, the trailer seems captivating.
Brilliant Juan launched a
Whoa, sorry. I mean, the trailer seems captivating. There was no subtitles, so I don't know what the fuck they were saying. But I mean, it's a trailer.
Outside of obviously not knowing the language because that's a given, I think this trailer does a good job, just like The Ring, of like giving you one part of the story, but you don't know the other half of the story.
It did. I enjoyed the trailer.
makes sense.
I liked the way it cut in the beginning with all the green and the darkness and everything that was happening. I didn't like the fact that I couldn't understand it, but I pretended like I could because I was looking intently like I know what you're saying. Did not know what they were saying. Could not cut subtitles on. It was in Japanese. The closed captioning for YouTube goes straight to the original language, and I'm not advanced enough to know how to change that shit out of it. All right, y'all. So we're gonna start out with everybody together. And what the fuck is it? They said it was in a pub, but it was where they were doing hot pot. Do they do hot pots at pubs?
Maybe that's what they call it. You know, English is hard, and I understand why people have a tough time learning it because I can barely speak it, but I can see why they said that. Actually, I can't see why they said that because, like you said, it looked like a hot pot place to me. Which this scene made me hungry. I was trying to listen, and I was listening because I do very well with closed captioning and subtitles. But the whole time, I'm just watching them eat, and I was like, "Damn, I want to go to
Wait, there's
Iron
a hot
Range in
pot
DC
place in
and
DC?
eat."
There's lots of hot pot
There's
places
lots of
up here.
Yeah.
It's a thing now. Hot pot just like took off within the past couple of years, and every YouTuber just be like, "Ooh, hot pot, hot pot, hot pot, hot pot, hot pot."
I'm like, you better hot pot your ass at home on that stove. It ain't that serious. It's like once you go, it's like you can literally just go get a griddle. You could do the same fucking thing.
So I've never been to a hot pot place, but I do like I watch a lot of mukbangs, and they have like these portable hot pots that can just like sit on your table at home, and you can do your own hot pot.
Yeah. Like it's like once you go one time, it's like when you go to House of Kobe or Benihana. Like once you go that first time, that's it. I mean,
never been to Benihana, but it's like once you go to one
is
hibachi,
true.
you've been in the mall.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Old girl was pissing me off on the fact that they're trying to have a whole conversation about phobias and shit and how I don't know if it's a traumatic experience that stuck with you. It just kind of sits in you and now you're afraid of whatever the fuck it is. That she can't light this goddamn stove. Like she just flicking and flicking and flicking away, but nothing happens. But we know that something traumatic happens because we get a peekaboo through the door.
Yeah, this movie like does that. I like how this movie kind of uses that little flashback tactic. Like it gives you little pieces that you don't figure out what the heck they are until
it
later.
was a good usage, but I was just hungry, honestly. I was like, fuck. I'd have been pissed at her. But anyways, old girl and her friend Yoko go to the bathroom and she gets a fucking phone call and she doesn't answer it. Side note, I have never in my life known a phone to ring that much without going to voicemail because normally you getting like 4 rings at the most and then it's over with. It's going. Really?
No, my phone ring forever. Yes, because that's why I don't like when y'all fucking call me. God,
so before they change
I have to
update,
sit there, wait, time out. I gotta sit there because if you tell me some useful information, it's gonna piss me off. I gotta sit there, and especially when I can't just like end the call, like decline it, I gotta just sit there and wait for whoever the dumbass on the other side is. Sorry if it's you.
I'm not dumb.
To hang
I'm
up.
pretty smart.
You dumb. When's the last time you updated your phone, Ashley?
Yesterday, I got all new. Well, not yesterday. It was a few days ago. I've been adding new emojis.
Because if someone calls you now, it don't take up the whole screen. It just pops up at the top.
I know that. That happens with my phone. But still, whatever phone this is, what's this, XR? My phone be fucking bugging. So when I do that, it still be froze. And I just got to wait. Because Apple wants me to get a new phone.
I got a 13 and I got an XS right here. So...
You know what? I would like to get a new phone, but until then, before you move on, that hand jump scare, it kind of got me because I was like, you ain't feel her behind you when that pale hand was just on Yumi's shoulder and then it just slivered away.
Scary.
I didn't like it. But I did like Yumi's phone, not Yumi's, Yoko's phone. Yoko's phone was cute because I definitely had the flip phone with the little dangly chain. That's what I was hoping I would have got in the quiz because that was definitely my vibe.
Those little charms were adorable. It's sad that they was covered in her blood like 3 days later. But, I digress. So what the fuck happened? All right, so she finally answers the phone. Not really. She checks her voicemail. And it's her. First of all, says in Japanese, this message is in the future. And they look confused as fuck like I would have looked like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? You're not supposed to tell me a message for later. I'm supposed to be right now. Then all of a sudden it's her saying, it's raining. And then her just full out fucking screaming. And they're all confused and they go and talk and some more shit. And they're like, oh, it must be a joke. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. And so we get a lot of turns of her and Yoko. Is her name Yoko? Am I making this shit up? No, her name is... Okay, her name actually is Yoko. We get a turn of Yoko and Yumi interacting in school. Yoko finna break up with her boyfriend because she got another nigga she like more. And she's like, oh, I can't make your date. You know what, bitch? Let's go shopping. I need to get some stuff to go on this date. And this is 2 days later, y'all. Just walking along. We see the little railroad tracks go down and we see the noise and we're like, something bad's about to happen. And Yumi's back there like, hey, you know today is the day, right? It's a couple minutes away, and she's just ignoring her. The next thing you know, this bitch hold out her hand. It's raining. As it was countdown from 10, because here come this fucking scream, because she turned behind her. We don't see what the fuck happened, but we do see that she flew off the top and ran into that damn train that was coming. And then the next shot we have is her hand, not attached to got anything else. That bitch is literally just off, pressing buttons. Oh, yeah, and the candy drop out of her mouth. But she dead, y'all. She dead, and she calling somebody. You gonna pick up?
Well, I mean, actually, we found out that she wasn't dead yet. She was still conscious during that whole thing. She didn't die until she got into a hospital. I think for me, this entire setup, so this is like our first kill of the movie, right? We already know like the lore of what's going on, but we haven't seen it in action. And I guess you get a little sense of security because you see the other girls down at the other end. So you're like, okay, there's no way nothing too crazy can happen because there's other people right here. And like, most demons don't be popping out in public, but some of them got big balls and they do, like this one. And I think the way Takashi Miike goes about certain shots, because you see her hand, right? And we thinking like, oh shit, she survived. But then it pulls out and like you said, it's unattached, but it's still fucking moving. So it's not her, even though we know like some body parts, when they do get severed, they still like move or whatever. But hell no, not dialing no phone. Like that's, just dialing the next person.
And speaking of dialing the next person, it's time to figure out who the fuck she called. So you know who she called? Her boyfriend. She called him and Yumi talking. And she's like, you know what? I got the same phone call and it's 2 days later. And then what the fuck is it? They're in their apartment by the elevator. This motherfucker gets snatched down into the bottom of the elevator shaft right before that bitch opened up. And I was confusion. I was sitting here like these people looking at this woman who's sitting there on the ground talking about, are you okay?
What happens is Yumi is telling Kenji about, they're talking about Yoko. That was his girlfriend. Obviously, it's devastated. But why did I get a call if she was dead? And Kenji's like, well, no, there's got to be some bullshit. He's freaking out. You know how men do. They just be freaking out over shit. But I do agree with you. The part where he hears himself in the phone call because he lets Yoko hear it. And he's like, well, shit, that's me, right? So what the fuck is this? When he's talking, and I want to say that's Natsumi that asked him about study group, and he's like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. That moment on his face when he realized that's what he said in that voicemail, pure terror. In the next moment, like you said, this kind of tripped me up because we see him look down the elevator, and the elevator is endless. There's nothing, there's no shaft. We don't hear it. It's just empty elevator just there. Or there's no cart. There's a shaft there, clearly, but there's no cart. Whatever pulls him and drags him down as Yoko just sits there and then the other people just appear. Because how the fuck did that even work? My mind was blown, just like you.
I'm moving my hands frantically because I don't understand. Like you can hear them flapping, maybe. Because literally, that motherfucker was gone. And she's just looking there, like the look of defeat in her face and confusion and a little bit of fear and shock of this person who is right beside me is no longer there. And you know, she can't see this, but guess what? That little candy don't fell the fuck out of his mouth and his hand is just a working, even though he like twisted in this like fucked up ass yoga pose that we know he not gonna live afterwards because he dead.
It's not the same pose, but is low-key giving what's my girl name? Madeline Ashton from Death Becomes Her when she fell down the stairs. Poor girl.
Actually, yeah, that does.
Falling down a damn elevator shaft. It's a few, we ain't gotta go on a tangent, but it's a few horror movies that do that shit, and every single time.
That shit makes no sense. But you know what? Even though old girl got shell shocked, I don't know why I couldn't say that word. It's time to go to trial. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to fucking say it. The song has been stuck in my head, so it had to come out. But really, it's time to head to the police station because someone did die beside you, so you got something to answer. And she's like, you know what? I ain't kill him. Some suspicious is going on. And so now we have how the plot's going to move forward because now they have turned into a pair and they're about to sleuth it out because he's telling her, hey, by the way, after these motherfuckers die, literally a minute afterwards, they get a phone call. They're the ones making the call. And then every time they die, here's the miraculous jawbreaker. It's just right there by their mouths. So like,
because he has Yoko's phone and his sister's phone, right? That he's showing her like the evidence on. Yeah.
So they're like, okay, so they need to go do some investigating. They gotta do some fucking sleuthing. So they go to this hospital and she hears this fucking noise and it's like that. Shh. And people who have asthma know what that noise is. It's the asthma inhaler. But she doesn't. So she's looking around to find out what the fuck it is. And she finds that that's the noise she heard right before old buddy got snatched down the well. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm stuck on the ring, and so I'm gonna call it the well. Before he got snatched down the well to no eternity ever in his life. And so when they piece that together, they go and find the autopsy records of a girl named Mimiko Mizuma. And guess what? She died of an asthma attack. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? Her mom's been missing for like 6 months or some type of shit. And they find this journal that has like a record of all the shit that's happened. And it's her and her sister. And every time she has an asthma attack, the older sister has an asthma attack. The younger sister ends up having to go to the doctor from some ailment. Them bitches happen one after the other. And you know that little saying of, you know, causation doesn't mean correlation or however the fuck that shit goes. But these motherfuckers is correlating. Mm-hmm. They happening right by each other. And they think it's an M word. Ashley, you know how to say it? Okay.
Oh, Munchausen syndrome. Munchausen by proxy.
They think it's that. They think the mama is sending them because she wants to look like, you know, a super parent or some shit. But that's not the fucking case. And so all while this shit's going on, Yumi's friend, who she stays with in the same apartment, has got a phone call.
Natsumi. I love Natsumi. Like this whole little scene when they're sitting in a room together, like obviously they were both friends with Yoko, who passed. Yumi and Natsumi, they're just talking about the odds. They're like, okay, well, what if we get a call? these are questions I feel like we would ask if this was us in a situation like, well, do we need to delete numbers out the phone? Like, we see that this shit is real. What's the next step? Because our numbers are in Yoko's phone. What are we gonna do here? And I kind of laughed a little bit because Nasumi's phone rings and it's her boyfriend. And Yoko was like, bitch, did we not just talk about this? And this is what I loved about the early 2000s with a flip phone. She hung the fuck up with a quickness. She said, okay, batteries out. We unplugging phones. We not charging shit. Everything off. Let's go to bed. That's it.
And you know what was funny about their relationship? I thought it was very sweet because she was trying to always protect her and take care of her the whole fucking time. So they go through the process of trying to like save her. They go and cancel the contract. A bunch of people meet them downstairs because she tells other people that she probably shouldn't have done. They're trying to snatch her phone and take her number out. She gave it to them willingly, but these motherfuckers were snatching it amongst each other. And Yumi had to come save her from that shit. Like, you know, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? This is your friend.
I mean, that was a little dramatic. It was a little dramatic. I understand what Natsumi was trying to do by telling her friends, like, I've been touched with the curse, but if the demon wants you, the demon gonna get you, baby.
I mean, she was just scared. Because even then,
she was scared. But it was dramatic.
It was dramatic as hell. But we get more dramatic, so don't worry. We don't leave you off of that because here comes Paranormal Activity Incorporated. And they don't came with the motherfucking cameras, y'all. They are right there outside, literally like candid camera. Like, hey, which one are you? Oh, the bitch that got the phone call. And they're looking, he just assumes it's her, goes and grabs her by her shoulder, and we can save you. We have an exorcist. Blah, 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 blah.
Just so aggressive. Like, I could not imagine walking down the hall and this man is just yelling, this camera's in my, I'd be like, am I on Cheaters? Like, what the fuck? This is my friend. What's happening? Like, damn. But absolutely not. And I know we haven't gotten there yet. We like right here. But I'm just saying, I feel like demons like to show out for the public. I feel like they really do. But go ahead.
It's just like Hellbound, because that woman who got fucked up, spoiler, the woman who got fucked up when they were recording, baby, that was a brutal ass death. They beat her ass up and down that room. If you haven't watched Hellbound, maybe you should. It's a great show that leaves you in confusion at the end, and you're wondering where the fuck they're going after this. There go a plug for y'all. You're welcome, survivors. You will be confused. I was, but there are demons whooping people's ass for no reason. Literally none. That's a spoiler. But yeah, because they finally convince her, and she's like, you know what? I'm going. Yumi, let me go. They can save me. They got exorcists. Y'all, let me go ahead and tell y'all. They didn't say that, baby. She got fucked up.
Well, so they gave her the phone because, you know, shows, they be pump faking most of the time. But like I said a few seconds ago, demons will be loving to show out. So it was like, all right, cool, bet. Let me just razzle dazzle real quick. And Natsumi's face, like, she was just like, there's no way, because the pictures on here that we saw earlier, there's no way, if this is the phone they just handed me, there's no way this can be happening. So Natsumi, she sold on that. She leaves, they whisk her away. Yoko's like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, we supposed to stay together.
The whole time, they didn't have to drag her like that.
No, they were so aggressive. The men in general in this movie are very aggressive, because it's another time when somebody's being very aggressive. And I'll bring it up later, because it's just like, you didn't need to do that. But anyway, Natsumi asked for Yoko's forgiveness. Like, girl, I got to put me first, Lucius. Like, that, it just is what it is. And this is when Yoko sees Yamashita down in the hall. They already met briefly, but now at this point, he giving her the keys. He giving her the info. He like, look, I got Yoko's phone. I got my sister's phone. I don't think we talked about Yamashita's sister, but previously, obviously, this curse had been going. And Yamashita's sister, will just get her backstory out the way. She had gotten a call, heard the shit. And this girl, she was in a fire, made it out the fire, but died later in the hospital. And I want to say he found the candy in her mouth. I don't know how true that is. I might be recalling that wrong, but I think
No, he's the one who found the
Yeah,
candy.
he found the candy in her mouth, and he's going to the police like, Nick, do you not? I'm connecting the dots. You don't think this is coming? Like, we all know the police are incompetent. It's been a thing. In this, they're not fucking helping at fucking all. Also, I just like that Hiroshi is just straight to the point with the info. You see how like she met him, she asked him questions, he gave her direct answers. It wasn't no like we using pronouns so we can play the guessing game of like who, and direct to the point. I love it.
We're at the showcase.
Mm-hmm.
She getting dressed. What Yoko called her, girl, don't do it.
I want to go do
I'm sorry,
it.
I
Just
already
think about
did
it.
Now they bringing her ass out and displaying her. And she don't want to say shit. But now they're arguing over her and Yoko and what's his name again?
Yamashita or Hiroshi.
Hiroshi. I'm just calling him Hiroshi. So Yoko and Hiroshi, they already outside like, no, oh my God, no. So now they inside, they done got her prayed over and stuff and all these candles and shit. And then the phone rings. And then the production team thinks that, okay, who made the phone ring? Don't y'all think this is a bit much? Y'all tripping. But no, it wasn't production. The phone was actually fucking ringing. So now homegirl freaking out and she like, no, I gotta get out of here. I don't know how the wall fell, but the wall blew away and it fell. Yoko busts up in there trying to save her. Everybody else leave. Now is she really in the setting of the picture?
Like she turned, I felt so bad. This whole scene, that it was purely tension filled because it's like so I don't know about everybody in the room, but for the people at home, Alfred Hitchcock has this thing where it's called like the ticking time bomb under the table, where we the audience know the danger that's fucking coming, but our people in the movie, they don't. And this is kind of that situation because we know full and well that y'all doing this little cute ass live. It's playing through wherever the Juban district, wherever the fuck y'all at. And we not playing with y'all. This entity, demon, whatever it is not fucking playing. Okay? And y'all have to really fuck around and find out. But time out. Because I'm a perv. Did y'all see that one lady? Okay, so there are scenes that like I said earlier, you can see that the live is playing. So like everybody throughout the city can witness this event. And it shows you like different shots of people walking through the city on their phones, not paying attention. Did y'all see that thick ass lady in that black jumpsuit? Oh no. My God. How?
But I did see a titty.
Did you miss that?
Not in this scene though.
I did too. But how? Oh my God, you missed it. Like she walked across the street and it was like, it looked like a velour tracksuit, but it wasn't like, it was black. It was just, real simple. I said, damn, girl, she is eating the dumplings. Okay. Natsumi's death is fucking gruesome. The way she's twisted and contorted to the point that her head pops off her body is terrible. And
it's kind of sad though, because Yoko and Hiroshi try to grab her and take her away because she just literally stood on the floor just like,
I guess she was too fucking stunned to move.
Well, yeah, but they sitting there holding her, like trying to take her away, and the thing was like, let me take you, and then started breaking her shit. And all they can do is just
watch.
Sit there and stare.
You cannot do anything about it. And once again, another thing that I like, how earlier I said, I'm glad when Yoko got that call, she and Yumi went to their friends and was like, hey, this ain't right. And usually in movies, sometimes they don't do that. They keep shit to themselves until last minute and they're in trouble. And in this situation, they actually tried to help the friend because in most horror movies, they'll just stand there and be like, oh shit, look at this happening. No one intervenes, no one does anything. But in this one, they do all of that. They do everything. I'm still kind of fucked up about her head being decapitated and she still passes.
But it's okay. I'm going to take you
just
to the hospital. Unfortunately, she didn't take her phone out of her number out of her friend's phone. But also, how the fuck, this is a problem I have. If she has a brand new phone, because they cleared all the data out of her old phone, and she was using somebody's borrowed phone. How did her number get in this phone? Did she just save it again?
We've seen this demon do some strange things. I
Okay.
am not questioning it. But that is a good question. But
So
I
just
ain't
past that
question it.
little mind point I have. So while she's shell-shocked after getting the phone call and just different scenes of her sitting looking very sad and forlorn, because I mean she was sitting there at the aquarium and that was bubbling away. She was sitting there on her bed looking the exact same with her same little purse right beside her. We find out that poor baby was abused by her mama. Her daddy didn't do shit because he was always at work. I still don't know how the fuck you noticed this. And she's afraid of peepholes because she saw her grandma hanging through the peephole.
This scene, that poor baby and this phobia, but I think this thing that really got me the most was the mom with that cigarette in her mouth. Because why did she look like that? That was the scariest fucking part.
I hate scenes where people be burning their kids with cigarette butts. Really fucking bothers me. I mean, of course, it's abuse.
Oh, that poor girl. I forgot she was doing that to her. Oh, poor thing.
Like, she should have been afraid of way more than peepholes. Because that shit's terrible. Have you ever been burnt with a cigarette before? Them bitches hurt. No one's put one on my skin before.
I was just about to ask you, have you been
Yeah, I
burnt
was
by
about
a
to say.
cigarette? And how long is statute of limitations
like-
in Mississippi?
Like 7-9 years.
because I'm concerned.
Damn. Well, no, I have not been. No one's put it out on me. I have been burnt by a cigarette butt before because one fell on me, like downward, so it went and then came off. But yeah, that shit, it hurts, y'all. So imagine someone just like poking that shit in and like putting it out on you. Oh my god.
I mean, I've accidentally been burned by weed ashes before. You know, like when people not paying attention and they let the and they just let it burn a little bit too much, and then all of a sudden the shit fall, and then you're like, what the fuck? So I've had that happen to me, but
I've been burned by a bunch of shit.
That
That will be one of them. I have scars from it, but not the cigarette butt, the other shit. But now we're at an orphanage and we're doing some investigating, and we find the little sister. Y'all, I felt so bad that child didn't talk, but I could understand why that child didn't talk. And then she been at the orphanage for 6 months because I don't know where the fuck their mama at. But we do find out the origin of the ringtone because the doll makes the noise. That's what plays it. That little tinkling noise that I can't think of to redo. It's the teddy bear because teddy bear knows. And she's like, the lady who's taking care of him is like, oh yeah, her mom's been gone. And then Buddy just yells at her out the blue. You don't know this child. This child isn't speaking, and you're trying to figure out where the mama is, but you're just gonna holler at this damn baby.
This is what I was talking about. I'm like, why are you being so aggressive with this child? But before that, how we even got here,
bro, he did that twice.
right? They end up going to the little girl's house before they reach the orphanage, and they're just searching around for different clues. And while Yoko was like, I guess in the kitchen area, there's like a ghost. I'm assuming it's Mimiko that's just like creeping out the cabinet. I'm getting chills talking about this because that shit is scary. But as soon as she starts screaming, of course, like it just does like the little Pennywise thing and just slides away super, super slow. But
it reminded me of the Grave.
Yeah,
One,
like
you get a better shot of the ghost in the trailer than you do in the film. Because all you see in the film is the hand coming out, her screaming, and the hand coming back like, oh, ain't nothing there. Of course ain't nothing there. You fucking scream. The ghost isn't interested in it anymore because it can only get you when it's one, not when there's two. And so, yeah, she's in the bedroom or some shit because there was all the kids' drawings all around.
This leads to them finding the camera inside the cabinet wherever the entity was. And this is what takes them to the orphanage to meet Nanako. But this also takes them somewhere else. This takes them to an abandoned hospital. And that's how they find all of this is just going on because Yumi starts getting haunted by Mimiko. It's just very downhill at this point. Everybody's just trying to figure out how can we break this curse? what's happening. Nobody's fucking making no process because at this point, Yumi's phone is ringing and she knows that she's gonna die like fucking soon.
Okay, we got to the hospital and we see shapes and shit coming out of nowhere. We see this ghostly apparition. This nigga see his sister, and this bitch see who the fuck was that dead ass body? The mama?
That was
I wouldn't be
mother.
hugging that bitch. Not at all. I'm not doing it. The way you did fucking treated me, because she's supposed to die in fucking 56 seconds. That was the whole thing with her dying, is that she wasn't gonna live before a whole fucking minute. And I'm like, fuck, you moved your timetable up. Everybody else got 2 days. You give this bitch 2 minutes. I said that for emphasis. It was only 1.
But I guess that was the 24 hours to the time that she originally got the call.
Even though it's 24, everybody else got 48. They had AMC special, and she ain't shit.
Wasn't that 2 days later? No.
No, when she got her call, and the number said the next day.
So 24 hours or whatever it was. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
But they find the fucking body, and it's like, oh, we found the body. She wanted to be found. You know what's always a funny thing about these movies? Them trying to make the bad guys seem like they're, good, but really they're just fucking evil. Not like I'm skipping ahead, but I'm skipping ahead and I'm gonna come back. These fucking ghosts are always fucking evil. In the 2 movies that we've done, The Ring and this one, there's no.
I mean, in this case, it's more of a setup. It's a misdirect. And even though I feel like this is where the movie kind of fucks up a little bit, because at this point, we've been on this ride for a really fucking long time. But I feel like when Yumi goes to visit, when Yumi goes home and Hiroshi comes by to visit Nanako at the orphanage, that's when they find them videotapes and find out like, oh, it wasn't even the mama. Like, the mama was defending y'all ass. Mimiko, it was you this whole fucking time. Like,
we find out on the videotape that he gets, and he's finally looked at because he's found the context clue of the red candy being in the sister's pocket. Well, not pocket. It's in her cute little purple bag. Well, he finds clues that something ain't right. Then he goes and watches the video, and he finds out that it was all a dream. I'm just bullshitting you. It's not all a dream. Mimiko was fucking up her sister. Fucking her up sight on scene. The mama walked in after she sliced the little baby up and was like, it's you the whole fucking time, looking all distressed. She takes her daughter, and then you know how it goes. Mimiko dies from asthma attack. Very tragic, but this little bitch was a menace to her own sister. So he's like, oh shit, this is what's fucking happening. He goes off to save the day. But unfortunately, because this bitch, Yumi, has been getting haunted this whole fucking time, we get a nice little shower scene where it's a callback to The Grudge. Wait, has The Grudge came out yet? Is it a call to The Grudge?
I don't think The Grudge is.
Yeah, that's what The Grudge based off of a Japanese movie though.
Yeah.
But what's the Japanese movie called?
Yeah, Ju-on. But I don't know if it.
But we have a callback to a shower scene in horror where the ghost is behind her, and normally it's like the hand in the hair or they're behind the shower curtain. But no, this motherfucker is right behind you. She's right behind you.
So I got lost for a minute. Rewind real quick. I just wanted to say, when she got grabbed by the body, why did he take so long to come get her?
I don't know, because remember when he got pushed out and she locked the door, or the entity demon, whoever locked the door, maybe she was just like,
that was after
I ain't
that.
been locking it yet.
That was after that, where she locked the door. But that just bothered me. Like, she was in there about to get got, and you just sitting there standing around lollygagging.
Oh, you talking about with Mimiko? When Mimiko was haunting her, or the mom demon thing?
The mama.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, she had grabbed her head, and I'm like, "Where's the nigga? Where does he not see what's happening?"
No, he was busy. He just didn't notice. He was making him a sandwich. And speaking of making sandwiches, this will make sense in a couple seconds. So he's trying to get to Yumi, because that's who her is. He's trying to get to Yumi, and he's at the door knocking, and he eventually gets in the house, and everything seems like it's all right. Yumi's looking. He's like, oh, is that you good? And she's like, I'm good. But he fucks up and looks in the mirror, because that always gets you every time. He sees Mimiko. Her fucking shadow is right the fuck there. She don't possess the bitch. It's over with. And so he's looking shocked and shit, and he ends up getting stabbed up in the stomach. And he shouldn't have lived from being stabbed in the stomach, but he does, y'all.
Are we sure that he actually lived, or was that a dream
So
sequence?
what happens next is a dream sequence, because he dreams that he saves Mimiko by giving her the goddamn inhaler. And he's like, okay, everything's fine. Everything's going to be all right. Not all right, because he wakes up and Yumi's there, but it's possessed Yumi. Yumi is fucking gone bye-bye. It's Mimiko and her fucking body, and guess what he is to Mimiko? Her little sister. Well, now to be her younger brother, because she's just gonna keep fucking over him repeatedly, and a perpetual cycle of just fucking over him, taking care of him, and then doing it all over again. And I guess having more asthma attacks. That is the end of this movie. It was a very confusing ending for a minute. I had to watch it like twice.
I mean, to be fair, the movie ended like 3 times.
Hell yeah, you thought it was over with when old girl got done hugging out her mama. That wasn't it. We thought it was over when his ass got stabbed up and had a dream. That wasn't it. We thought it was over with, and then it actually was when he's this little girl's doll. DOLL, not DOG. Forever.
Ratings.
Okay, so for One Missed Call, 2003, it has a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.1 out of 5 on Letterboxd. And 82% of Google users like this movie. How did y'all feel?
Do you want to go first, Ashley?
Oh, okay, sure. I was going.
I feel like I go first a lot, but I'll let you go.
This one was a cool watch for me, even revisiting it, because it's always something to see how other people do horror, and I can always appreciate that. This movie was really long. I do have to say, baby, you were long. We could have shaved about a cool 15, 20 off of this. Just 15, 20, because just like The Ring, not yesterday, but just like The Ring last episode, how we talked about that false ending where we thought it was over once we found the ghost and the body was discovered. No, bitch, the ride is still going. This ride kept going.
A lot of the middle could have been cut out.
Yeah, and it was like I appreciated some of those moments, but I'm like, yeah, we could have cut those things out. Like,
it could have been
the police just could have been a presence
instead of 150.
Yeah. Still could have got the point across. It still would have been a pretty movie. Still would have been effective, because like it just. But still, it's a good watch. But I'm not super, super crazy about it. But I still think it does a good job. And with that being said, I'm gonna give it 70 tickets.
So I agree with Ashley. This movie was very long. It was also seemed very slow in points, and it's probably because it was too goddamn long. Because I'm just like, can we get to the point? What's going on? I was not a fan of all those toenail clipping scenes. I just wasn't here for it. I can't. And because it was too long and very slow, I made it 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Before falling asleep, and I had to keep rewinding.
I was about to say.
and what I had to do, I actually had to leave the house and come back to it, because if I sat on the couch and tried to continue, it just would have been that constant rewinding cycle, and that just wasn't going to happen for me. I give this movie 50 tickets, and that's just how I feel. I don't hate it. It was just very long, and it could have been wrapped up faster.
Underlay.
Okay, y'all. Normally, I really like movies that are foreign. And this movie was okay, but it was long. I tried to speed this movie up like 13 times. Doing the review of this movie, recap. I tried to speed this movie up 15 times, trying to do the recap. And it still didn't fucking work.
Yeah, but you was missing a lot.
But it was not.
It's not like the survivors gonna know, because by the time I get done chopping and screwing this baby, y'all gonna hear this part and be like, what was you talking about? But I did think something was missing, but I ain't think too much about it. But now that you bring it up, but
I was just trying to get this out of here because this movie was long. The fucked up. I watched this movie 3 times. I watched it once today, once in the middle of the week, and then once right after we got done with The Ring to make sure I didn't miss nothing. And I still wanted to be free. And so for that, just for the fact that it wouldn't let my people go, this film has to get fuck. I'm so sorry, Miike, because I love your fucking films because auditions the shit. It gotta get 60. I'm gonna give you like a slightly failing, but still kind of passing. Like if we did a curve scale, 60 tickets.
Well, in our realm, anything above 50 is okay.
let's go right ahead and step into.
Thanks for writing. Before you go, take a detour into the souvenir shop.
Handy.
So-
Teddy bear.
Yeah. What? Oh. Actually, we said this last week. Marketing has closed your suggestion
What you
box for 3
mean?
weeks.
Why is my
Because
What you mean? What I mean? You read the statement. You read it said outlandish ideas that are not in the budget. Outlandish ideas that just makes marketing say, "What the fuck is this?"
you're banned.
Go
But-
back to the drawing board.
Marketing.
Well, it didn't say she was banned.
No,
It
because
just
saying
says
marketing has
3 weeks.
banned you for like 3 weeks.
What? 3 weeks? I didn't do nothing. It was just a horse bit last week.
Look,
And that's why what did Ashley say? This is a family-friendly park, kind of. So we can't have horse peen.
I said horse bit. It's not horse peen. It's just a little thing that go in their mouth.
well,
The horse's mouth.
every day. we
And
still
I said a teddy
ready
bear
for
this
the-
time.
for a
I said a
human.
teddy bear this time. There is a lot of things you could use in BDSM. Or horse milk could have been one of them. With nice little fabric in the mouth. We're going in places I don't want to go. I just want a teddy bear that you can make its own noise.
You're still banned for 3 weeks.
I can still give my recommendations. They ain't gotta
No,
listen.
the suggestion box is closed. Marketing sent a memo.
I didn't get it.
Next time, read your emails.
Well, right. You should answer.
You,
your
that's you
phone.
not answering your phone.
Per beginning of the episode, you did not answer your phone. I answered my intro.
Exactly. It went to voicemail. Remember?
Don't have a part 2 of a fresh can of caught up,
Hello.
Brittany. You will get caught every time.
I didn't think you were talking about this phone. We're picking on me, and I just want to say, survivors, you all should comment and say free Britney so marketing can let me give suggestions because I have great ones.
And with that, we're going to run these park announcements. We're wrapping our second movie out of 4 for this month. And next week, we will be tackling what... Not what a stranger called. What the fuck? Next week, we will be tackling When a Stranger Calls 2006. That one currently is on Netflix, and you can catch it in a few other places, but I know
I have a
most of
bone
y'all.
to pick.
I am so sorry because I am pissed because I was ready to watch. Originally, I don't know if this is what the gripe is about, but
No.
maybe. Originally,
But you can continue.
I'm mad about it, so I'm gonna bring it up. We were gonna watch I Saw What You Did. I'm pretty sure y'all heard me say we was gonna watch I Saw What You Did, but it's not fucking streaming anywhere, and you can't buy it. Like,
I think it's on YouTube, but I wasn't 100% sure, so that's that. But
No.
my bone to pick was that for When a Stranger Calls, I didn't want to do this version. I wanted to do the original.
the original. Oh, I'm sorry. That one they voted, not this one, but because I was like, I'm not giving y'all 2 votes this month. That's a lot of power.
Because my
pictures,
mommy, when we watch, I'll go into it next week, but she recommended the original.
we can do something special for that. We'll hold that. We'll hold it. If you want to keep up with us, you can hit us up on any of our social medias. That's D180 on IG, Twitter, TikTok. You can hit us up on Patreon for some exclusive little goodies. Well, if you're not looking for anything else and you are ready to exit the park, we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye, survivors. I'm still in trouble.
Soon.